Cabinet Paris, Administrative Assistant at the IOM, to present participation awards to all of you who took part in the competition. We will be calling the names alphabetically in each of the categories. So for those of you who do not know this competition, there were 3 categories in the competition. The primary level category, where students were asked to design a poster that showed the impact of migration on the family. Then we had the lower secondary category, where students were challenged to find a migrant in society that was making a positive contribution. So outstanding migrants, either living here in Dominica or even potentially Dominicans who live in the diaspora, who are contributing either to their home, their new homes, or their original homes. And so that was the lower secondary category. And then in the upper secondary category, we used 3 CXC past paper questions and challenged 4th and 5th formers to write on those 3 topics. So we will call the names alphabetically in each category, and we will ask the students to step up on the stage from this direction, right, which is from my right, your left, and to go to Catherine and then to exit on the opposite side. Let's thank all the competition and to the prizes that will be given. So we have the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence as one of the sponsors of awards and gifts. We have the International Organization for Migration, IOM, Big Edge Financial Express, Alliance Française de la Dominique, the Junior, what is JCI? Junior Chamber International, JCI Dominica, thank you. HHV Church and Company Limited, agents for Smolter, and Fine Foods Inc., agents for King Juices and Frito-Lay. Without these partnerships, and again I refer back to the SDGs, SDG number 7 is partnerships for the goals. Without partnerships, it is almost impossible for us to achieve the things that we aspire to achieve. No man is an island, and no man stands alone. And so we really want to thank those who have come on board to contribute to recognize the students for your effort in participating in this competition. Okay, so I am going to begin with the drawing competition at the primary level, and we'd like to invite on stage Miss Atara Alfred of the Castle Bruce Primary School. Congratulations, Atara. Thank you so much. Shamala Christian of the Convent Preparatory School. Kaden Jean-Jacques, St. John's Primary School. You have many more of these certificate opportunities to receive certificates, so you're young in this. Kadeen Seraphine, I hope I'm saying the names correct, from the Massac Primary School. Kadeen is not here? Okay. Leah Norville, St. Martin Primary School. And isn't it lovely to see the children in their uniforms, their school uniforms again? I'm not sure they are so happy to be back in them before the holidays are over. But and Malachi Mitchell of the Convent Preparatory School. So thank you to these young and budding artists for putting your creative minds, challenging your creative minds to address the topic of the effects of migration on the family. And we had different perspectives that came from that presentation. We had both the positive as well as some of the challenges that can be created. So we really thank you for taking part in this. The creative media forms 1 to 3. Dahlia Dangoben of the Convent High School. Ivy Joseph of the Northeastern Comprehensive School. Nathaniel Cesar of the Convent High School. Shamia Daru of the Dominica Grammar School. And Tyler Ann Hunter of the Convent High School. With her own personal training school. So that's the creative media competition. And then the essay competition, which was the upper secondary, forms 4 and 5. We have only 2 participants in this segment. And actually we had more than 2 participants, but we had a bit of a challenge, which I think is a lesson maybe for the students and something to be looked at really, in that several of the essays that were submitted did not properly cite and refer to their sources, and so we had to disqualify the majority actually of submissions to that category. So that is certainly something that we need to look at in our writing, in our teaching, that references need to be, works need to be cited and references need to be made in when you are using the works of other people. So we have Sasha Maxwell from the Convent High School. and Jan Gregoire from the Dominica Grammar School. Okay, he's not present. All right, so it's interesting. Thank you, students. We have another. Okay, so Mr. Geist, can you please join us? We are going to, students, we're going to ask you to oblige us, because we didn't want to give you too much load at one time. So we're going to call you back up in the same order to receive, and Mr. Geist wants to be in the pictures as well, so you have to give him a chance. He said he doesn't have on makeup, so he doesn't want to be photos. Okay, we'll be taking pictures of Mr. Geist and giving the sponsors their recognition as well. So, again, Atara Alfred, Cassibus Primary School. And thank you to Fine Foods Inc. and HHB with Church Agents for Smolter for these gifts. Shamala Christian, Convent Preparatory School. Kaden Jean-Jacques, St. John's Primary. Kaden Seraphine from Massa Primary is not present. Leah Norville from St. Martin Primary School. And Malachi Mitchell, Convent Preparatory School. You'll have to practice that, you'll be walking on stage for many graduations in the future. And hopefully we'll continue participating in things such as this as well. Dalia Dandoben of the Convent High School in the Creative Media Competition. I still have a school dictionary that I won in an essay competition when I was in grade 5, I still have it. Ivy Joseph, Northeastern Comprehensive School. Nathaniel Cesar, Convent High School. Shamia Daru, Dominica Grammar School. Tyler Ann Hunter of the Convent High School. Alright, and the essay competition, Sasha Maxwell, Convent High School. Okay, so once again, thank you to the sponsors and to our assistants, Catherine Faris and Mr. Geist of the Ministry of Education. So I would like now to invite Dr. Blaise on stage so that we can do presentations to the winners of the competitions. need the drum rolls for the suspense. Are we ready to be able to show the winning presentations? Okay, so in the drawing competition, we are going to start with the second runner-up. Put your hands together for Tara Alfred of the Cassidy Primary School. Congratulations, Tara. Congratulations again. In second place, we have, roll the drums, Miss Shamala of the Convent Preparatory School. We have to make sure we capture these moments. And in first place, from the Convent Preparatory School, Mr. Malachi Mitchell. All right, so we want to show you Malachi's submission. After, okay, let's do the pictures. So this is Malachi's, this was Malachi's poster. As you can see, it's very beautiful, and he represented both the historical aspects and the more modern aspects of migration and its effect on the family. You also see the money. You can't see it so clearly, but there's a euro sign there and a dollar sign there, so you see some of the motivations, both historically and in modern times for migration. So thank you very much, Malachi, and to all of you for participating. All right, so we move on to the creative media competition, forms 1 to 3. And in third place, we have Dahlia Dangleben of the Dominica Grammar School. Of the Convent High School, I'm sorry. That correction was made, I have the wrong one. But I said that so many times, you've never corrected me all the time. And I didn't notice. I had the correct one. My apologies to my alma mater for In second place, we have Ms. Shamia Daru of the Dominica Grammar School. And congratulations to these winners. Hold on, Shami, I'm sorry. Okay, and in Dr. Gis, sorry, you can just present. Oh my gosh, Dr. Gis, what's going on with me this morning? Dr. Blaze. Yes, so that we can see the presentation as well. So in first place, the winner of the creative media competition, we have, roll the drums, Miss Tyler Ann Hunter of the Convent High School. All right, maybe we can see Tyler Ann's presentation while she comes to receive.
land in the nature island. Mary came to be a doctor with much effort. For her medical school was a dream come true. This she did succeed with comfort and so much more. Her achievements grew. Clementine accompanied her sister on this journey with the same aspirations of becoming a medic. She too gladly embraced her destiny. Her drive and persistence, energy, their contributions to Africa epic young no time to waste and be perfect their roles in the church. Mary is a melanin queen. Using her voice spreading African rhythm, Claire is Business King, Nigaska and Carol with Claire filled with magnetism. Carol's loss is our gain. To such precious fruit, they must have a place in Dominica's Hall of Fame. We pray that they will never leave their second home. From Cameroon to Dominica by Thailand.
Congratulations to all of you who participated and to Tyler and as the first place winner. And in the essay competition, we have, again from the Convent High School, Miss Sasha Maxwell. Okay, my apologies, yes. Okay, so the second place would have been Jan Gregoire of the Dominica Grammar School, who is not present this morning, but we recognize anyway in his absence. And then the first place winner is Sasha Maxwell of the Convent High School. All right, thank you very much, Dr. Bliss. Okay, Sasha took part in the essay competition, so it was a full essay, so we cannot really present it here today. But it was on the topic of push and pull factors affecting the permanent relocation of groups, and she dealt specifically with the ongoing Syrian conflict. So, yeah, thank you for that. Okay, so at this juncture, give me a minute. Okay, my apologies. So now we're just going to give you a little presentation from several of the participants who submitted a video about their experience taking part in the competition, and we're going to just share that with you right now.
Hello, my name is Nakanika. I am 7 years old. I am a proud student of the Convent Preparatory School. Every Monday I do recreate my athlete and my spirit. I love painting. This competition was a great opportunity to improve my art skills. Migration is a topic I learned in social studies class, so it was easy for me to show it in my painting. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
In 2019, February 26th, the mom said that she was off to Australia to a new job. She took her son with her for some company. The son asked the mom, "Mom, is Sissy coming too?" On March 11th, she went to her new job. The mother said, "Okay, Dad." February 28th, 2024, the daughter said, "I miss you, Mom. When will you be back?" This is my presentation for now. I won't forget. To sum up my drawing, it shows how migration of a parent leaves her child behind and can be very devastating to the child that is left behind. Thank you for looking at my presentation of my drawing. Thank you again.
I was excited to find out about the migration matter competition because I find an opportunity to show my artistry. I choose my two topics because I would like to visit one of the countries one day. The motivation behind the migration competition is to make me and my parents proud. Bye guys! Hi guys, I'm now going to explain my picture. So this is the way to Canada for job opportunity, and this is the way to America for natural disaster. Guys, this is some people with bags on their luggage going to Canada for job opportunity, and this is those people carrying their bags because they got damaged by the natural disaster. Bye guys!
Hi, my name is Tyler Adamson. I am 12 years old and I attend the Convent High School. My participation in this competition provided an avenue to showcase my creativity and artistry. Married and Clementine's migration story has always impressed me. As migrants, they can have become such positive influences in our society. They are wonderful role models for young women like myself. So I was motivated to use them as my subject.
We got here, we became the center students, so we studied basically
The O'Connor sisters wonderfully and flew miles and miles through the sky, with many stops to endure, did not complain.
Pleasant good afternoon. I pray that God continues to bless you.
myself from Algorithm. I participated in this competition because I wanted to showcase my artistic skills on such a pertinent topic. Yes, I firmly believe that the topic migration matters should be explored on a greater platform, especially now. My motivation behind my presentation was to creatively highlight a phenomenal migrant, Mr. Adam Sample, who currently resides in the United States. I wanted to capture his significant contribution in poetry, video, and art, which would inspire others to give back to our country, Dominica. God bless Dominica. I love you.
Hi, my name is Sasha Maxwell. I'm reporting in school and Telecom High School. I participate in this contest because I believe that giving the ideas of a country's development could help inspire new ideas that could better the economy. The motive behind the presentation was working married. The aftermath of working married was opportunities to be a difficult time as many businesses were closed, and I realized how important it is for the country to have its own businesses in order to help provide the stability of the economy.
Good morning. I am 16-year-old Sasha Maxwell, a fifth former at the Conway High School. I am a writing enthusiast, and I am always elated when such opportunities present themselves. Writing has always allowed me to display my creative thoughts and ideas on historical and current events. Upon seeing this flyer, I thought that it was indeed a great opportunity to display my writing capabilities. Migration has always piqued my interest because it affects the global community. Such actions imposes negative economic and social impacts on not only the home country but the host country as well. Many Caribbean people are unaware of the negative impacts migration has on Middle Eastern countries. Hence, I sought to further educate myself and others on one of the world's largest mass migration issues, the Syrian refugee crisis.
The podium was blocking the camera. So you can see as well, I mean, I think this is also demonstrative of one of the skills that many of our students have developed during this COVID pandemic, and our teachers have also been forced to develop the skill of creating short videos, and you see they use several different platforms. You also see that there are different perspectives, right? Some people saw the positive, the opportunities created by migration. Some people saw the challenges. And so, as Dr. Blaise said earlier, it is a very complex topic, and we were just really happy for all the participants. So, as we come to the close of the program, this prize-giving ceremony for the first ever Migration Matters Creative Schools competition, we are thankful to God, first of all, for bringing us here today. We are thankful to be able to be together in person. On behalf of IOM Dominica, I would like to thank, first of all, the entire team at the Ministry of Education, beginning at the top with the Permanent Secretary in her absence, Dr. Blaise, I'm sure the Minister as well, for seeing the connections and the importance of partnering in this activity. In a very special way, the entire team at the Curriculum Measurement and Evaluation Unit, including Mr. Robert Geist, Mrs. Charlene White-Christian, and Ms. Merita Hyacinth, who have really worked very closely all along the way, from conceptualization to here today, to the end of the competition, to make this happen. And we really appreciate the partnership that has been developed during this activity. Of course, also those who are on the back end, so people like Mr. Henderson, who are not always recognized, the ladies who are dealing with the snacks, who came and did the decorations, all the people to making this happen. We have the judges as well, who I forgot to mention earlier. I have the judges' names, but sorry, I don't have them at hand right now. But the judges, we had 3 judges, volunteer judges. I know GK was one, so he's here, and so I can thank him in person. 3 judges for the drawing competition, 3 for the creative media, and 3 for the essay competition as well. We would really like to thank them for volunteering their time and their expertise to judge the competition. To the principals and teachers who made contact, who were the link between the Ministry of Education and the students in a challenging time when COVID was affecting us, when we had holidays coming up, we had all sorts of things that we were juggling. There were changes taking place in the school attendance, in all the protocols. So we really want to thank you for being committed to communicating these opportunities to the children and for urging them and encouraging them to participate in different activities that create opportunities for them. So thanks to the principals and teachers, and of course to the students and the parents, we thank you heartily. To the sponsors again, so we have of course the Ministry of Education, IOM, but also to those from the private sector and civil society. Big Edge Financial Express, Alliance Française de la Dominique, where we are today, JCI Dominica, HHB Research and Company Limited, agents for Smolter, and Fighting Foods Inc., agents for King Juices and Frito-Lay. Thank you very much for your recognition to the students and for being part of expressing appreciation to them for participating. The Migration Matters competition formed part of a broader Migration Matters campaign to raise awareness among the general population on the development opportunities that can be accessed through safe and orderly migration through regular pathways, versus or compared to or in contrast to the challenging, life-threatening, and sometimes tragic consequences that can be associated with irregular migration. Project activities are supported with funding from the IOM Development Fund, IDF, under a capacity building initiative to enhance the border management capacity of the government. Now, the conversation about the importance of using and choosing regular routes to migrate needs to really take place at the grassroots level, not just at the policy level, but with all of you here in the audience and everyone who might be listening, with every individual, the importance of using and choosing regular routes to migrate. The boys and girls at school, the young people at work, on the street, on the farm, on the football field, in fishing boats, at fresh fruit stalls, and in offices, churches, and just anywhere that they might be. The students in their presentations highlighted many of the complexities of the migration issue. Malachi touched on the historical and modern in his poster, and the economic motivation for migration. Shamala highlighted the challenges that labor migration can cause to family relationships. And this is the legacy of the barren economy and the culture of our region, where many parents feel compelled and feel that they do not have a choice but to migrate in order to make a better life for their family that they live at home. Atara looked at the difference in considered and responsible migration for work opportunities compared to the forced migration that might take place after an environmental event. And these things are becoming more and more common with climate change. We experienced it ourselves after Hurricane Maria, and we've seen it happen all across the world, in our region and across the world. Tyler Ann highlighted the positive contributions of 2 African sisters living in Dominica. And Shamia touched on contributions that Dominican migrants living in the diaspora make to our own society when they migrate. So we are also migrants living out there in the rest of the world. Dahlia, very interestingly, looked at the potential positive impact that CBI investors could have on the local economy, in particular in reviving the manufacturing sector. Sasha, in her essay, discussed the challenges of large-scale forced migration in the Syrian conflict, highlighting the need for international cooperation for well-managed migration to be able to avoid some of the issues such as overpopulation on host countries and the strain that can be created on social services when this sort of mass, irregular, disorganized movement of over 6 million refugees. Presently, we also see mass movement of migrants, but there's a difference, and we can see the difference in that several nations have come together to say these are the things that we will put in place to support these migrants who are being forced out of their country because of war. So again, we come back to the principle that IOM is committed to the principle that humane and orderly migration benefits migrants and society. Strengthening the government's capacity to manage the borders does not only involve training of immigration officials and providing equipment to support the department. It also involves the potential migrants and the broader society to be more aware of the importance of using and choosing, again, regular routes to migrate. The Migration Matters campaign seeks to educate, to create understanding, and to bring us to a common purpose towards making migration work for all. So once again, I want to say on behalf of IOM and the Ministry of Education, thank you to all of you who have been a part of this. We hope that we have not forgotten anyone in our acknowledgements, and we also hope that the experience has helped you to look at the topic of migration in all its cross-cutting complexities. I want to end by referring back to a quotation that Ms. Joseph gave in her presentation that was taken from the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, that behind every migration number, behind every migration statistic, there is a person, a woman, a child, a man, with the same dreams as everyone. Dreams of opportunity, dignity, and a better life. Thank you. I step off and I come back as the host now, just to let you know that we have some snacks, compliments the Ministry of Education, that we will access in that room. Also, we're going to be setting up a little interview corner on the right, and we would like to ask the officials and the students, principals as well, if you're interested, to just speak with us, the media as well, speak with us and the media about, maybe the topic, the competition, the whole migration topic, so that we can get some feedback from you on that. And then we also, before we break to all of that, we would really like to ask the winners first, and then all the by categories. Okay, all right. So we're gonna take first the drawing competition. All the participants in the drawing competition, if you could come up on stage so that we can get pictures. In the meantime, maybe the others who are not participants can go ahead to the snack room and refresh yourself a little bit. Okay, so thank you very much for coming on this morning.
Those of you on the stage, you want to get your snack first, rest it by your seat, and then you take the photographs. Go ahead.